Senator Lindsey Graham. And Senator, I want to reiterate that we just broke news on this program, top of the show, that the Democrats are now saying that border wall funding in exchange for money for a wall must include limits on the number of ICE detention beds. You don't think the president will sign such a bill?
Oh, no, he can't sign such a bill. Now, I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but I think that's the impasse we have. They're willing to give the president a little more money for the wall, but in return, they want to limit the number of bed spaces available to house violent criminals. This goes back to AOC's belief that ICE should be abolished. So the bottom line is, how can you get money for a wall and at the same time limit bed spaces for violent offenders and say you've solved the immigration problem? You're actually incentivizing more illegal immigration by reducing the bed space, and it undercuts any money you would get for a wall. He can't sign that bill. If that's the friction point, then we'll have a continuing resolution and we'll just keep talking.
Continuing resolution passed February 15th. This is just extraordinary. We've got more on this and we'll keep following it throughout the whole show, but I've got to get your take on William Barr. When are you expecting the new Attorney General to be in place?
Next week. We'll take him up on the floor Tuesday. He did a fantastic job during the hearing. You got to remember, he's the former Attorney General for Bush 41. He was confirmed with a voice vote. Not even a roll call was needed. He's been the Deputy Attorney General by voice vote. He's been the General Counsel for the CIA by voice vote. He's one of the preeminent lawyers of our time. He's a steady hand. He did not get one Democratic vote in the committee. I'm disappointed in that, but he will make it through confirmation this week on the floor. He'll pick up a handful of Democrats, and he will be an outstanding Attorney General for this country.
And he will begin the job when, officially?
Well, hopefully we can get him voted on in the Senate this week. We begin debate Tuesday. I think we have the votes and then some. Hopefully in a week or so, he'll be the Attorney General, and he would be a steady hand. He'll look at all the abuse at the Department of Justice and try to bring it back to normalcy. He will let Mueller finish his job without interference, but I'm hoping and praying and believing that he will look at the FISA abuse and the other rogue elements of the Department of Justice during the 2016 campaign.
Well, and you've said you are going to also do a deep dive at Senate Judiciary in terms of uncovering the facts and seeking the truth in terms of the behavior of the cabal of people at the top of the FBI. What can we expect? Who are you going to come? You've got subpoena power. Tell us what you expect.
Right. Well, the first thing is Mr. Horowitz, the Inspector General for the Department of Justice, is now looking at the FISA abuse process. I'm going to give him some time to do his report. I'm starting in the judiciary already, looking at the FISA warrant process. You got to remember, without the dossier, which is unverified to this day, there would have been no warrant issued against Carter Page. And this dossier was given to the president by Comey right after the president was elected, and Comey tells the president, oh, we can't verify it, I just want to let you know it's out there. That same document was given to the court, to the FISA court, by the Department of Justice, where they certified it was accurate enough to get a warrant. How can you reconcile those two things? So the bottom line is there's a lot to look at when it comes to FISA abuse.
And yet, Adam Schiff and his colleagues on the House side and the Democrats, they are saying, we're going to look at something entirely different.